Hey Ross World, my money makes money. This is the update to the $50 challenge. Now, the goal was to have $200 just sitting in your bank account, which is today, January 5th. Now, I know that I gave that the goal for this year of 2019 would be investing. And I totally changed that because my mind, sometimes you have to change. Everything can't be set in stone. From what I knew back then, when I first released the first $50 challenge, up until today, things have drastically changed about how we're getting ready for our future. Now, as I said before in that video, that this thing would be investing. So totally debunk that, X that out, not gonna happen, erroneous statement, etc. We're going strictly to savings and emergency savings for the year 2019. We might get back on board with investing 2020. Now, don't get me wrong, throughout the year, I'm still gonna give you investment videos about where I think the money should go, and I'm still on my ETFs and index funds, because right now, if you notice, the market is like a roller coaster, mostly a roller coaster that's going down. Okay, this is that market correction that I was referring to in this video right here. If you can reference my first $50 challenge update. Now, in order to put my money where my mouth is, you gotta have the moolah, right? You see some ones over here because I had to do 200. But I assure you, it's some 20s behind 20s. Just trust me on that. I got $200 here, guys. But nonetheless, it's not making me any money right here. I just did it as a visual effect. So I was telling you that I would tell you where to put the money at. So here it is. I want you to put your money in Synchrony Bank or Barclays Bank. High yield savings account. High yield savings account. Synchrony Bank or Barclays Bank. And you're asking why. I'm with Goldman Sachs, but I am waiting for a transition now because Robinhood had came out with a checking and savings, and because of a statement that the SIPC came out with, Robinhood is now changing their stance on a checking and savings account. Now they're doing a cash management account, but they're still offering that 3%. So I'm kind of waiting to see how long that's going to take before I move my money again, because as I always say, I don't have loyalty to bank. Now, back on Synchrony and Barclays. Synchrony Bank and Barclays Bank are FDIC insured. That's the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. And what they do is they insure your money up to $250,000 backed by the federal government. And those two are offering no minimum fees, no minimum deposit to open your account. So if you have $1 in there, that dollar is still going to earn 2.20% with no minimum fees a month, no maintenance fees, no minimum deposit, meaning that you don't have to have a minimum of money you put in there a month. You don't have to have a minimum of money that you actually open the account, okay? Because some of these banks that offer 2.85 and even 2.05, what they tell you is that, oh, you need at least $100 to open it, and you need to deposit at least $100 a month, and you can't go below $500 a month. Bunk that. I'm gonna give you the two best I think that's best for you. That you're gonna be making 2.20, and we know that inflation always teeter-totter on 1.8% and 2.1%. So Synchrony and Barclays are beating inflation at its best. So we're gonna take that $200 that you saved and put it in Synchrony Bank and Barclays Bank. Whatever you find better. I advise you to go inside their website and which one is a better intuitive design for you, which is easy to navigate for you, which looks pretty to you, because a lot of us are attracted to a certain website simply because of its colors, simply because of the interface, simply because of the design, simply because things are easy to use. We all have our reasons why we like certain websites, and the other reason why we don't like other websites, like Snapchat. They're not doing so good, but Instagram is doing better than Facebook now. Who would have thought? But nonetheless, you guys have to understand this. We have to start building an emergency fund for emergencies. Now, emergencies is not going out for your mother's birthday gift. It's not Mother's Day. It's not Father's Day. This, if you don't have the money or the income to buy them anything, give them a hug, give them a card from the dollar store. But this is for your well-being, because that $200 is just it's a quarter of the amount, not even a quarter of the amount. It's a fraction of the amount that you're going to need to pay off your bills from 3 to 6 months. And I need you to start with the base, a very small base, but nonetheless, it's a base. And that $200, when you're broke, when you ran out of money for the end of the month, right? Because you have more month at the end of your money. I released a video saying that you have more month at the end of your money. That means that You done spent all your money, but there's still 10 days left in the month and you don't have any money. And that emergency fund, that $200 that we started off our emergency accounts with Synchrony or Barclays Bank, is gonna look tempting. Now, here's my disclaimer. I'm not a spokesperson, I'm not a representative, I'm non-affiliated with Barclays or Synchrony Bank. So you need to know how it feels not to have a savings account, because a lot of you work paycheck to paycheck and you're not a person who really gets sick, so you're not stunting it, right? You're not tripping, right? But you need to be more cognizant. You need to be more aware, because you're human and things are bound to happen. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your girlfriend. Maybe it's your wife. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's your mother, your father, a close uncle, etc. that you have to take off work from. And those days of work, those hours of work are going to cost you money that may have you hurting when it comes to pay your bills. So I advise you to start this emergency fund with the $200 with this challenge that we have done, because you did the $1,000 challenge a year and so ago. This is only a $50 challenge. And I'm telling you just to take the $50 and save it for your well-being in absolutely emergencies. Because let me give you more of a visual. This is how it feels to be without money in your savings account. You know the terminology I say, that you'll be out in the cold if you don't have money in your savings account. This is what my nose is cold. Can I have a coat? No, you bum, you're on drugs. That's how people treat homeless people. They think every homeless person, every person that's down on their luck is on drugs. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure there's a large percentage or population of those who are drinking alcohol and drugs because they're homeless. I can't even explain what they possibly psychologically that they're going through, but nonetheless, they don't need you to be evil to them. Either you're going to help them out, buy them a meal, or just keep driving or walk past them more, but don't disrespect them, right? And I'm not saying, hey, a better way is to ignore like they're not even there. I'm just saying the worst thing you can do is call out obscene and profanity things at them. Just leave them alone, because you may be that person. You see this? You could be out there in the cold. And I'm telling you that it's very imperative that you take this money and you save it. High yield savings account, Synchrony and Barclays Bank. You may have another one that I don't know about. Put it in there. I don't care what bank you put it in, but put in a high yield savings bank that you can start your emergency fund on. This is very, very important, because we're starting off 2019 with savings. We're debunking investing as far as the aggressively how I'm gonna come about these videos. And we're gonna aggressively start saving our money to build an emergency fund in case of emergency. This is Ross World. Learn money and be inspired. You like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, don't give it a thumbs up. But don't give it a thumbs down either. All right, guys. Happy New Year. I'm out.